My episode count might be a little wonky, and I will fix that for later purposes. But we are back with Capricorn Demon as our host.
Hello, welcome in everybody on Jiraki's end. I am the one and only Capricorn Demon. I am the Dungeon Master for Fatebreakers Retold, and I welcome you all to session 28. Let's go ahead and give a quick recap of the last two sessions that passed. The party gathered their belongings and give an emotional farewell to their loved ones and Luz before heading out. Bervigi says goodbye to Lowena and promises her to bring something back from his travels. Max bids farewell to his staff who worry for him as he ventures to another continent after years away from his initial travels during wartime. Benny and Lucy say their goodbyes to Carrie and Riley, hoping all will be well by the time they are away, as the party heads to Lampagos. As the party arrive at Lampagos, they head for the docks to meet with their captain and escort, Captain Zephyr. Upon to what Arya describes as a tedious blood ritual to appease the god of the sea and pirates, Belota, Zephyr makes some quick ground rules with our heroes travel on his ship. Wow, our heroes travel on his ship, man, I fucked that up. Rules that everyone was more than willing to follow, given there being no other alternative to getting to Flargos now that they have boarded. Through treacherous sea storms and immense fog, the poison orchid braves through the obstacles the sea throws at it as our heroes try what best they can to keep the ship afloat. And of course, during their voyage, they come across Captain Zara and the Black Widow as they sail side by side. She gives the party a bit of insight as to what is to be expected of Flargos, what to look out for, and how to blend in and make allies. Eventually, our heroes make land and dock onto the hot, ash filled land that is Flargos, many of them already feeling the exhaustion the heat gives to their bodies. After thanking Zephyr and Zara, Lucy leads everyone through the great desert and come across her mode of transportation that she left hidden after thousands of years, a sand sailor. The party climb aboard, and Lucy uses the gusts of wind blowing on the desert ground to propel the sailor forward towards the direction she explains should be where her old village should be. The party race against being eaten by the giant savage animals and beasts the land inhabits, and eventually make it to the Boiling Isle, Lucy's home of origin. Where once thousands of years ago was a small, dusty village, lay now a decently sized town with stone and clay houses and buildings, with statues depicting Lucy and the war god Pololo during their times as mortals before becoming gods. The party comes across Lucy's old family house, which they learned had been enshrined as a I should have changed that, historic site to her descendant. As they knock the door, Lucy's great times a granddaughter appears before them, confused as to who can be disturbing her. Arya doesn't help the situation as she immediately reveals Lucy to be her ancient relative, now mortal, to which her granddaughter responds by slapping Lucy across the face and slamming the door. In order to cool off and leave Lucy to handle family affairs, the party head over to a local bar where they immediately receive the death glares from every patron inside, especially Arya for being a Frostnerin. It is here that the party learn that coin in this remote town and villages are a rarity, and most trade in order to do business. Maxilon uses this bit of knowledge with the barkeep, asking him for a drink in exchange for a shiny silver pendant, to which he is kindly given the whole bottle of homemade whiskey. He follows up by asking the barkeep if there is any information he can divulge as to the whereabouts of the rebel army that aims to take Flargos from Iris, to which he simply tells Max he will provide such information if he provides him meat from the desert. Beaker walks around exploring the town and finds a bounty board with his and Bravigi's names on it. He also recognizes the face of a long lost friend in one poster, which he recognizes as his old gang leader, Queenie. Lucy tries her best to talk and open up to her granddaughter, Linda, but to no avail. Eventually, she challenges her to a brawl that she wins, as per Fargonian customs. She learns about the struggles her family has gone through the generation and apologizes that she didn't want to leave them and not visit. They bury the hatchet for now, as the party regroup in order to head out and hunt in the desert. Which takes us to where we are at the current moment. Everybody gathering in front of the bar, and being debriefed as to what is planned next.
All right. I take it we're all just kind of in the middle of town.
Yeah, you're basically in the middle of town in front of the bar. Max has called for everybody to regroup and gather.
I guess at this point, Beaker is waddling back in to the rest of the group.
Waddle, waddle.
Think, 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 think. Hello,
Oh,
everyone.
hello, Baker.
What's happening?
Oh, well, we're learning the town's, a little wishy-washy on being friendly to outsiders,
Hmm.
especially our
Good thing you didn't mention you were a Frosnerian. Huh.
most people don't assume that I am, so why would I bring it up?
Smart.
They might be looking for you for other reasons anyway.
Oh, why is that?
Since I don't drink, I wandered around town, and I found this. Beaker's gonna hold out, well, hand Jiraki a folded paper, because he's not gonna just announce what it is in front
I
of
was
a
about to
bar.
say you just open up the wanted poster in front of him, and then the next thing you know, someone who passes by is gonna be like, "Hey, the bounty reward."
Yeah, Brevi's
Nah, Beaker's smarter than that. He's got a brain in a jar. That takes smarts.
Just because you're a brain
But
in a jar doesn't mean your intelligence will reflect how you look.
Uh, yeah, then how did I do it?
also, Ravigi's wanted poster would be outdated. He grew like 3 feet.
Yeah, I grew 2 feet. My facial
Yeah,
structure
but
probably changed quite a
uh,
bit from that too.
true,
Yeah,
true
so
enough.
he's probably fine.
Yeah, true enough.
I'm here.
Oh, hi.
Welcome back.
Yay!
I'm
Oh,
handing
Lucy.
Jiraki. I'm handing Ravigi his wanted poster.
We're gonna
Uh,
buy Beaker a big hat.
Also, capped
I'm
with me
already
looking
wearing
at
a
it, how
disguise.
accurate
I
does
was.
it actually look? Did they get the nose wrong?
Every time.
Yeah, how accurate is Ravigi's wanted poster?
Well, as I said last session, the wanted poster with Bravigi's name on it and his face, or at least his old face, whichever,
Mm-hmm.
is marked for. I think last time I said 2,500,000 gold.
No,
No,
no, you put
7,500.
75,000, 7,500. Beaker
Oh,
is
70.
2,500.
25K.
Ah, okay. You
I'm
mean
worth
200?
more than.
You mean
Two
250,000
Yeah,
2.5K.
or 25,000? Yeah, 25,000. So yeah, it's for 7,500 hundred coin. You are wanted for libel and slander.
Uh, that bogus claim again.
Wow, you seem very popular, Brivigi, everywhere you go.
This poster's bullshit. You can't lie on your own name.
at
does
least it's
anyone
less than
know?
mine. Oh,
Does anyone know it's your name? Or are you just some dude?
Honestly, if
I
I
mean,
could just get rid of the last name at times, I would.
I mean, incubi. The whole purpose of wanted poster so that they could attach a name to the face.
Yeah, Braviki. Does it have his last name on it?
It probably
It
does
does
have
have
his
his.
last name, yeah.
It does have his last name on it. Yeah, of course.
Hmm. So yeah, he's being hunted for slandering his own name. Well, if
Remind
we
me
ever
to
need
put one
money,
between my father's ribs when I see him next.
well, if we ever needed money, Bravigi,
You would
they
be.
incubi. Incubi.
what?
You don't need to go after Braviki. I'm worth way more than him.
we can listen. We can make a lot of money, but I trust you could break out of prison, so you're fine. Anywho, Max, this whole thing we have to do now?
Yeah. Well, bigger to catch you up. Um, we might be able to get some information on this rebel movement if we do a favor for the bartender. We just have to go out and hunt something in the desert and bring it back.
Do we
Wonderful.
really need, do we really need to go back out there? I mean, we were barely able to survive without some, you know, some magic to help us, and even then, we didn't really go for a full out fight with anything out
I
there.
m- I mean, I didn't have to spend that much to get rid of that big purple creature, so eh.
Okay, well, yeah, that's true, but then again, the spell and most spells that we threw out there on those creatures were more to deter them from continuing to chase after us.
I'm not saying we go into the deep desert and fight a purple worm. Just go out there, get something, and come back.
Well, I understand that, but didn't he say that the bigger the better? I mean, he said he wanted like a good surplus of meat before the caravan gets back into town.
Well, we could kill multiple of one thing, and then that would be a lot of meat as well.
We could just
Sure.
go like a medium distance.
I'd say it'd be wise for us to,
Let's
go.
just set out and see what we find. I don't understand why we have to talk about this so much.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, why don't we ask the expert, considering that she's obviously been here before? Looks to Lucy.
Lucy just got back from talking with her great granddaughter, so she's kind of just walking up, just like,
Who punched you in the face?
Lucy,
hmm.
what's good meat to kill out in the desert?
That won't kill us, and that won't be too difficult for us to kill, and will probably not swallow us whole in a single bite.
Uh, hmm. Give me 1 second. As she begins to try and recall her memory about uh type of monsters that won't be humongous and try to eat you in one bite. I believe. Hmm. Not sure if they're out here in this time frame, but
But
it, like there could possibly be some uh God, I don't know how to say this name, but
give it your best shot.
Amph Amphisbenia?
Oh, the
How do you
Amphisbaena?
Yeah, that.
how do you spell that?
It
Um,
is. It's like this.
Isn't emphysema a medical condition?
No,
You think of influ
ah, damn it! I spelled
emphysema.
bean, not
bean.
That's what.
Ah, yes, Amphis Bean.
Yeah.
Beans.
Mm.
All right, what is an Amphisbaena?
It's a two-headed snake.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah,
Snake
well,
monkeys.
it's
The
got a
dog.
snake head on one end, and then the other end, another snake head.
A-
So
So
both
a
ends are
two-headed
snake.
So it's got
Well,
no tail.
yeah.
Snake
No
meat
tail,
is
no.
good. The goblins loved them.
They're pretty huge, so.
So
But they're also not that hard to get rid of.
are we talking as big as the purple worm or
No,
Yeah,
the
smaller.
purple worm was gargantuan. It was like you could eat a building if it wanted to. This thing is not that.
all right,
Yeah.
who do you know how to track one of these?
Uh, No, but there is a creature that could help us out. Whether or not they'll cooperate with us is a completely different story.
I just remembered I had something that could help us regardless.
Hmm?
I have a numbing agent.
Huh. Oh, that could be useful.
It could be, but like I said, we're running the risk of just. I would rather see if this plan would be better for us instead of having to fight anything of those giant worm-like creatures for the time being.
I don't know. I think our chances are pretty good. But that's just me. They take a swig out of a flask.
You're more than welcome to take your chances here in town.
I would rather not. At least I would rather not any one of you leave me alone right now. At least until I give myself
Then can I
a
ask
better
that you
disguise.
stop being a detractor? We have a plan. We need to execute it. We don't need a naysayer right now.
All
Just
right.
raised eyebrow at Max. I think to be fair, she doesn't have a point. I mean, it's not every day you just get randomly tasked to hunt monsters, but at this point, I kind of don't care.
Then we should have stayed at home. Are we just going to back out now because something might be difficult? Is that who we are as people?
Personally, I think we can handle it.
I was ready to just start walking out to go do the thing.
Thank you.
All
Well,
right then. Well, okay then. Fine. Let's just forget about it. Let's just go then. Let's go.
let's just
That's it.
find the first thing we run across and kill it.
Okay.
I we're a team of indiscriminate murderers, so let's go.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
What
All right,
you know,
hunters, killers. They just
The
hunters. The operative word
hunters.
hunters.
That is the more accurate name to describe us for what we're doing right now.
For the job at hand, yes.
yes. Everyone got stuff ready to go, just in
Yep.
case. Waters. I have water. It is a desert.
Well, they gave us
My
water
water,
at the
my water,
bar.
my water skin is still full. Well, we don't know how far we're gonna go out, so we might as well just stock up in case. That's the point.
I mean, we can we can get water from the oasis, right? Or is that kind of like seen as a taboo
Well, you
thing?
guys don't know if there is an oasis or not.
Oh
You know,
no, there's
you know,
water
there's
in the center of town.
yeah, there's the water in the center of town, but this is not really an oasis. It's just like free flowing water.
Yeah, but
That's why.
but for Ricky's
That
asking, can we get that
that's
water?
Yeah,
Or is
but
it seen as a
You
taboo
you
action?
I got
no
water already.
you can get water.
it. I've
I,
it's in my equipment. I've got a water skin. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
I also have the
yeah,
water skin.
I got extra. I actually got extra water from the bartender. Remember? I traded him that scarf.
Hmm.
Either way, let's just uh, so you guys after a bit of debate, quote unquote, you guys head out of town and into the desert once again. And I would like for anybody to roll me a survival in order to try and find
All right, give me
anything
a second.
All
anything of
right.
interest.
Let's see what we get.
I
Come
will
on,
provide.
Beaker.
Yeah, my survival's kind of dog ass, but
Let me check this and check my roll.
14's not terrible.
Okay, that's
39. God damn it.
Um, who has who
22.
has who
Hell
has
yeah.
the best survival here?
Well,
I'll
apparently
just
Ruvigi.
for VE, I'm gonna give you the. I'm gonna have Ink help you out.
I don't think he
I mean, I rolled a 16. I can see if I can roll higher if you want, but
Let's. Can I help Bravigi?
I mean, this is not really. This is just you guys trying to work together in order to find anything. Which so far we got a 14, a 9, a 22, a 21,
Alright.
The only one we're missing now is Inks, I believe.
I am trash. I have no survival, so do you still want me to roll this?
Go ahead.
I really don't care. Just roll it.
Sure.
Look, see, you did good. You got a 16.
Don't worry about it.
Hmm.
Who do the true blue survivalists find?
All
Can I
right
say
then.
what
So
I know?
what?
I wanted to ask, could I say what Beaker found as one of the lowest?
Sure.
Yeah, Beaker looks around the desert, with goes behind like some dried out branches under, and looks under a rock and pulls out a shed snake skin and goes, "Look, I found snake jerky."
Ugh.
I suppose that could be used for something.
What did you say he found?
A shed snake skin that he calls snake jerky.
Well, I'll leave you with the privilege of eating that there, Beaker.
It's not for me. I don't have a mouth. The goblins love this though.
Well,
Well, if you run
I-
into any fire goblins, that could work for a good trade.
I suppose we
There's
do
fire
work on a
goblins here?
bartering system now.
Well, there are all sorts of goblins here. There's some stone goblins, some crystal goblins, some fire goblins. Really, all the earthy kind of, really all the sort of goblins that are like earthy are mostly here. The unique goblins are elsewhere.
Well, I've heard of
Yep.
the frost goblins, which
That's
are
what
mostly
true
from
was.
my end.
I learned how to speak goblin from frost goblins.
I know about
Well, if
bone
I do
goblins.
recall, yes, uh, Shrew is a frost goblin, but she's more of like a rarity in this sense because there is a like a tundra kind of environment in Naturia. It's
Y'all
not as
guys,
cold in comparison to Frostnir.
y'all guys got bone goblins.
What about the mind goblins?
I'm not sure. Possibly.
God damn it, my moderator in chat. What about the mind goblins?
Damn it.
Well, that's Ravigi.
Technically, yes, that would be Rarigi. He is a psionic goblinoid.
Anywho, what's the next thing a person finds who's the second? Who's just above zero?
Well, that would be Arya. Well, not really. Arya was the lowest, but other than that, everybody with their combined efforts will go ahead and find an actual oasis, a pretty decently sized one, as you guys go through walking about through the desert. Luckily, you're just what you call it. You move pretty steadily. Try not to make too much seismic activity beneath your feet in order to bring attention to yourselves. Let me just go ahead and mark it with a square on the map.
It's
There we go.
Well, Max is going to start heading that way.
Are you sure this bartender didn't send us out here to die or something?
No. They're usually pretty chill.
I mean, really, he was the only one that was actually uh, okay with me being within his immediate vicinity.
Well, I mean, they pick up just a random bone in the desert, sending relatively inexperienced people out in the desert.
Because
Well,
we asked
yeah,
for information. That's how trade works. We're doing a favor for a favor.
that's exactly what this is, Incubi.
Fair enough. They just take the bone and just throw it.
What are you?
What?
Seismic activity.
It's a bone.
I don't know how sensitive that thing's hearing is.
I really doubt one bone is gonna attract a whole ass worm.
You have ass worms?
The hold on, repeat that.
You have ass
Yes,
worms?
I about to say, yes, ass worms.
Gross.
No,
Devastating to
no.
hear, Incubi.
I just kicked some sand in your shoes.
Crazy.
Crazy. Anywho, do we just roll
So
again?
no. So this oasis, from what you're able to tell, when you look back from the where you came from, is about, if you want to put it in terms of time, 20 to 30 minutes away from the bowling aisle. As you see it in the very harsh heat wave distance.
Hmm.
Hold
But
on.
luckily, this oasis does come with fresh drinking water and a couple of tropical trees with fruit growing above them.
I'm gonna try to climb a tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick some fruit.
Go ahead and either roll me a acrobatics or a survival.
Hey,
Oh, I'm way
Lucy.
better at acrobatics. Ugh, that's a dirty 20.
15.
All right, combination 20 and 15.
You
You
let
easily are
you let a
able
cripple
to.
beat you in acrobatics? Bad.
I let you climb the tree first because you're taller.
Because he has no experience climbing.
To be fair, in Frostner, how many fucking trees do you expect me to find?
A bunch, mostly pine
There are,
trees, I assume.
yeah, these are palm trees.
Yeah, these are different.
The mechanics would be the same.
Lucy.
I don't think climbing a pine tree is too different from climbing a palm tree.
I might be
The only
misremembering my
difference would
trees.
be the only difference would be how treacherous it would be, because since pine trees are just prickly because of the leaves on them.
Bravigi's just making shit up because he lost to a cripple. He's just trying to soothe his ego.
All right
Lucy.
then. Anyway,
I can
on
trick
that
you out of
note,
the tree if you want.
I'd like to see you
Luciana.
try.
What did you
Yeah.
call me?
Come here,
No. What did you call me?
Luciana.
Don't.
Sure. Lucy. Is there any other tips for hunting things in the desert?
Well, sometimes, sometimes you go off by, sometimes you can go off by scent if you recognize it. Other times you rely on help from the locals. She says, saying locals with air quotes.
before I lose my train of thought, the fruits that the trees provide, as both Max and Brevige climb up, appear to be coconuts and mangoes.
Delicious.
How tall is the tree?
About at least each palm tree is about a good 15 feet high.
Sure. They just. While these two just climb, I just mage hand a fucking fruit down with no effort. Alright, so.
That's cheating.
No. Die about it.
It doesn't follow the spirit of the rules.
I follow no rules except my own. Anywho,
Oh, so
That
edgy,
tracks.
we get it.
I know. It's fine.
So
Anywho,
there is a whatchamacallit. There is plenty of shade to protect you from the harsh light of the sun. as some of you who are not used to being out here, literally like start feeling your skin cook.
Checking my
Not,
spells.
I am. I'm not used to this much sun. This for
Yeah,
Sooner or
I
later,
ain't
you get
either.
used to it.
Hey, but at least there's plenty of shade here. But now we just gotta watch out and actually just look for whatever it is that we need to find.
Couldn't we just like bait one of these things to us?
That
Well,
is an
if
interesting idea.
it is an interesting idea, but if I could recall correctly from being there, I don't have many snakes in my continents. Actually, I don't think I got snakes at all now that I think about it. Yeah. No, yeah, no, never mind. Nope, never mind. Forget I said anything.
I think.
Are you talking about how reptiles usually like to sunbathe?
Yeah, or something along those lines. I just remember that snakes don't like cold and they would not survive Frostnir.
Uh, all I know is monsters where I'm from. Good many of them are attracted like blood carcasses. I mean, if we had some like raw meat or something, we just throw it out there and see if anything bites. Or blood.
That can make something smell like that.
Yeah, here. They grab another fruit and toss it to you. See if we can make it smell like blood. Toss it out and see if anything comes.
I will use prestidigitation to do that and then throw it out into the desert.
We're expert hunters.
I believe prestidigitation works for about an hour, right? Yeah, it's a harmless sensory effect for an hour.
I just realized this is a whole ranger check section. This is oh, you don't need the ranger till you need him.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Hey.
Damn. DM, do we track anything with our blood smelling fruit?
Whatever creature bites into it is gonna be like, oh yeah, raw meat. What the fuck? Why is this mango?
Blood smelling fruit.
Yeah, I use prestidigitation on a fruit to make it smell like, you know, a wounded animal and threw it out there.
I mean, that's not necessarily how snakes work, but
We're just
you
trying to
try
see if
to
anything, you know.
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
you
saying is
try to
anything.
you okay, you try to attract the attention of anything from this oasis, and the most that you get is maybe a few small carnivorous lizards that come out and just take notice that there's no meat. It's just a couple of mangoes on the ground.
Okay. You know, maybe that ask help for the local things was not so far fetched to try.
Well, they would
Because they're
want something
complaining.
for information.
I could I could literally just charm one of them.
Let's
Well, we're
not
kind
go
of far,
around doing that.
and we're also kind of far out now. We're kind of already too into this for us to retreat back and then come back out. I
Okay.
think we could at least just try on ourselves if that's what we're doing right now.
Max, Max, do you have any ideas?
Well, we could always just use bait.
All right, fuck it. Um,
And where exactly
I
are we
was
gonna
not
find?
being serious.
oh, oh no, I'm being serious. It
Mm,
probably worked better than just throwing out bloody smelling fruits.
mm.
Fuck
And
it.
where exactly are we gonna find bait? Arya says as she leans against a tree. But then Arya feels when anyone looks over at Arya, she feels rather like soothed, like she's comfortable, which is odd because usually she'd be melting in this heat.
Briggy squints and looks at the tree that she's leaning up against.
I shall
Make
also
me
look at the tree.
Yeah, let's
Make
check
me
out
a
that weird
percep-
tree.
make me a perception check.
Hey,
Let's look at a
yeah.
fucking tree. Oh,
Sure, I don't need.
oh,
Yeah, we don't need to roll this one.
Ooh.
Are you cooming?
oh.
I
I got
mean,
it.
20.
I mean, anyone would after what they got. So.
I mean, I could see that, but still.
I've rolled
Mm.
7
All right,
twice.
so
Oh wow.
Yes, the sand is made of sand.
A
Says
beaker
Beaker.
dies,
well, if he was over there, yeah, he would die.
just
But
like temporarily. It's fine.
he loses
He
his sensors for a moment.
he fucking reboots real quick. His buddy took
Hold
a
on.
screenshot.
Sand
Hold
in my
on.
gears. Ah.
I hate sand.
It's
Sand
for-
is getting
it's
into my
for-
sand is getting to my components.
Yeah, because
Anyway.
just fell and kind
It's
of
What the
coarse
fuck is-
and rough
what-
and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Yep.
Bro.
So
Anywho, what
Max,
the fuck
Lucy,
is with the tree?
Bervigi, and Ink. When you guys squint over to this big tree that Arya is leaning against, you can understand why she would feel comfortable, but you guys obviously are not comfortable that you kind of see through this creature's uh, natural camouflage, and then immediately reveal itself as Arya kind of like looks at everybody where he is, like, why are you guys looking at me like that? And then
Hold on.
But I
Before
see
that,
it. I see it better and faster though.
Yeah.
Saying.
Does that mean Max gets maybe a reaction or something?
nope.
Damn.
Oh,
I
that's a
tried.
big snake.
It's Arya.
Snacky.
I
Just
highly recommend
knocky.
not moving right now. Like at all. Just don't move.
You guys are freaking me out. What's going on?
Don't.
He's got a hand on his pistol, and he pulls it out of the holster very slowly.
Getting out my bow.
Arya, walk to me very slowly.
Well, let's see how this goes. Shall we?
Oh boy.
Does it get any? Hold on. Does this thing get an ambush on us?
2 of
It'll
us
get
have
an
alert, Ink.
Yeah, 2 of you guys have alert now that I remember. So no, it will be more so how what the roles what RNG will basically do if you guys could safely get Arya away from the thing, or is this thing gonna strike at Arya first? Which it rolls a 4, so
7 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
already.
How did I roll better in initiative than in perception?
Christ. That's the highest roll I've had as Ink.
All right, let
Only-
me just bring out Benny's sheet so that I can roll for Benny.
Where's Lucy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you already rolled.
Yeah, I already rolled.
You know what?
Wouldn't so this thing? I guess I was about to ask. Wouldn't have alert tipped you off and like it didn't? This is an ambush thing. It wasn't.
Yeah, no, it's it. So this is an ambush skill, and to be fair,
Wasn't.
unless you guys were like, just based off of investigative description, unless you guys were looking for something as specific as this, I would have said something.
Nah, that it's only striking now because one is separated from the rest.
That and
it's-
the fact that she literally touched it, without knowing so.
It's fine.
Don't worry, Arya. We're about to make you a snakeskin coat.
No, I guess Arya's Daphne now.
Since when the fuck then she become Daphne?
This is like the 3rd time she's gotten in danger. Am I wrong?
I mean, what other time besides the bar was she in danger?
Remember she got beat to shit in that one combat in the lab?
Okay, but you guys were all fighting that thing.
Yeah,
It wasn't like a singular threat to her. It was more so you guys were all fighting Wagner and Cillian.
yeah.
Whereas in this case scenario, the creature has its gaze on Arya for being the closest and literally within touching distance, and then the patrons over at the bar back in the bowling aisle were literally death glaring her because she's Frostniran.
I'm gonna remember to put that on my sheet in here for Roll20. Where's that setting at?
I thought they were hating on her because she was so beautiful.
No.
Fuck you.
There it is. No, nope, not that either. There it is. God. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was just reading
It's not
how this would work.
what's on the outside that counts. It's on the inside.
I was adding a Dex tiebreaker to my initiative.
Like Berbigi, it's not about what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside that counts.
Please stop thinking those thoughts at me.
What?
Don't worry, I can distract Cuddle with something.
What do you think I mean?
I am returned.
Huzzah!
Okay.
Welcome back. It's your turn.
Go rootin', tootin', and shooting.
Cancel. God damn.
That and nickel.
So we're in combat now, and we can't try and get Arya back over here. Is that my understanding of the situation? DM did.
I got the turn order up. You're not in combat yet until someone moves or someone makes a strike.
So,
All right, Arya, I need you to walk back to me very slowly. Don't act like anything is wrong. Act normal.
Okay. All right. What are you gonna do in terms of your turn? Are you gonna prepare anything?
Well, since we're
or
not in
anything?
combat and the turn order doesn't matter, that's what you said. Once she is safely away, I will do something. But until then,
Okay.
I'd like to prepare a spell.
I'd like to hide if possible.
Sure. You could go ahead and try to hide.
Why do I feel not okay with you saying that?
uh, once everybody's ready, we'll get this thing to pop off. But everybody can do their stuff until then.
So Arya begins to move closer towards you, and without even leaving the tree, the head and the top portion of the snake move towards Arya, following closely behind her.
DM,
Am I rolling stealth?
Yep,
I'd like to.
if you want to.
I need
Alright, I'll
to
roll
once
stealth.
again ask how big relative size is a snake? Large?
It is a large creature.
Okay. And it's still stalking Arya, ready to strike?
Well, actually, no, it's not large. It's huge.
Huge.
It's a
Okay.
3x3.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
It's a
yeah,
big
it's a
old
3x3.
boy.
Arya, when I say run, get behind me fast, because things are about to go bad. Okay?
Okay, I trust you.
Okay.
Takes
I need
another step.
Ink, what are you doing?
The moment it strikes, I'm gonna try something. I'm not gonna do anything until Arya's safe. Just get ready the moment this thing goes for her.
All right. Oh, like go to bullet time. Max says run and then pops off 2 shots.
Pow.
Arya runs towards you, attempting to get behind. You fire off your 2 shots as the snake lunges forward. So fire off.
Ooh.
Ooh, shit.
So a 14, does that hit?
14 does hit, and so does that crit, of course.
Max feeling extra protective of
So
Arya.
the 14 hits.
Oh my!
Jesus.
23 plus 22 is 50.
I'm getting on my
23
calculator.
plus 22 is 55 plus 20 is 75 damage. If my math is right.
I got you, buddy.
So 17.
Oh wait,
Jesus
that's the wrong
Christ.
spell. Fuck, that's the wrong spell. Shit.
That has been effectively started.
That was 65 damage.
65? Okay.
65. Yep.
Max is feeling
Still,
extra
Jesus
protective of
fuck.
Arya.
All right. So quick wit. I almost couldn't say that. And your steady hands, you go ahead and fire off 2 shots by the time that creature lunges forward. And since it opened its maw, which is an extra sensitive area, you're able to fire out the shots from inside of its mouth as the bullets come out from the top of the head. And just barely you're able to kill off that snake.
Okay. Wait, you killed it?
Although I did say you're barely able to kill off that snake.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Well, it's a good thing I got 28 stealth
Uh-oh.
and can't be surprised.
Well, that's
So I'm going to action surge and shoot that one twice.
Hold on, he's loading them up.
That's all right. I'm not worried about the one
Ah,
next to Benny.
Wow. I'm the safest by doing nothing.
Where are you?
He's in the
Oh,
middle.
like
there
just
you are.
in the middle
You're right in the middle of everything.
He just chilling.
he
He's
just
just
I
chilling.
got
chilling.
sand and I couldn't see where I was.
I mean, to be
um,
honest, Beaker, even if they went after you, they're not going to get anything but metal.
Yeah, my failure has turned into success.
wow.
Are you kidding? There's like a juicy little nugget inside all that metal. They just got to break it open first.
Well, Snake's
Go for
main
Max,
way is
he's a
just
meteor
The
storing
second,
target.
things, so.
the
I'm-
second that jar opens up, I mean, he's not wrong. They will be able to smell the meat from you.
I don't think I got to worry. There's a giant slab of beef to my right.
Alrighty then. So go ahead, Max, action surge, and fire off your next 2 shots.
USDA certified prime. So that's 1 and 2. Oh,
22 hits
It's Terran certified prime.
that's
for
25.
And the one next to Bravigi?
No, that's the one next to Arya.
You mean Benny?
No, the one next to Arya. The
Oh.
one right next to Bravigi.
Okay.
the one that probably knows Bravigi's there. If you
No,
try and
Bravigi did a very good stealth. He rolled a 28.
where is he hiding?
In the
In
bushes.
in the sand, he's got one of them cloaks that makes him look like a rock.
Oh.
You know
I
what?
saw
Alright,
this
anything
A
else,
before
cloak
Max
of
too
Alon?
elven
much.
kind would do me some good.
Jurassic Park arcade rules.
I was thinking of that cloak from Lord of the Rings, where they hide on the slope and they look like a rock.
Yeah, it's literally a cloak of elven kind.
Oh yeah, I suppose it is. You got me there. That's the end of my turn. It's Beaker's turn. That nasty little goblin.
Go ahead, because
Do, 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 do. What this
That's just
goblin gonna do?
that's just the song that plays in his head all the time.
I'm about to say you got fucking Baby Shark on the mind. What the fuck?
I wasn't doing Baby Shark. Let's see.
Yeah, come some slack. He is a brain in a jar.
That's what we've been saying.
It's fine.
He's got to entertain himself.
Right. I am just going to try. I'm gonna use Firebolt
You're gonna
at the
use
one.
Fireball.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Firebolt on the one closest to ink. Nearby.
Alrighty then.
Rolling to hit. Acha. 23
23 hits that one.
for 11 fire.
Ouch. Throw some salt on that thing and we got it pre-cooked.
Hmm. And okay, now just to make sure, I'm gonna make sure I read this right, so I didn't. Yeah, I want to bonus action throw a dagger at this thing, at the one I hit, and I'm just trying to remember where I put those rules on how this going. Yeah. Okay, roll regularly to hit, but don't add the dex to the damage. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Dagger
Yep.
throw, go! Mother!
You throw your dagger and you lose it in the sand.
I'm gonna go looking for that later, but that's it for me.
All right then. Ink. There's a giant snake next to you.
Is it within? Is it within melee range?
I mean, I'm
Yep.
pretty sure we can see.
You could make it be within melee range. You got legs.
No, obviously, I don't want to be in melee range. I just don't want to get hit.
I don't know if this thing has reach, so I wouldn't try stepping away either.
Huh? That's a great fucking point.
I would stay right where you are, and maybe die a little bit.
Teleport.
I'm the only. I'm isolated too. Fuck. We're just gonna cast a mage armor on ourselves. We're just staring down a snake. Guys. And that's all I can do right now.
All right, Bravigi.
Hello. Did I
There's a
successfully
snake
hide
also
from
closer
this
to
thing?
you. It's not staring at you. It's more staring towards Max and Arya.
Good. Good. I'ma stab it.
You want to stab it?
Yeah, I want to stab it.
All right, well you stab it.
I'm gonna stab it. How do I? Oh wait, on here it's toggle advantage.
How do
Got
I
it.
stab it?
I was looking for the advantage button because I'm hidden. Go stab go. Damn.
All right, that's a crit. Yep, go ahead.
Oh boy. Gotta roll
Nice.
that, and then my
Which would
sneak,
be an 8 and a 12. 8 and a
and
12, so 20 damage, and then 27 on the snake, so 27 points of damage, and
it
it
up.
is encased in ice.
Yep, DC 16 con save. Or wait, that might have gone up since I've leveled up. No, never mind. I remember how the weapon works. It's still good. Alrighty, that was that. I would like to then move about right schmear and bonus action hide.
Alrighty then. Bonus action hide.
Dive into the bushes. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. The 23. Sorry, I forget that. It doesn't auto toggle off.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine. Lucy, it is your turn.
Oh boy. It'd be my turn.
It'd be your turn.
Man, these snakes. They do be existing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. We're gonna hit him with we're gonna hit him with a shatter.
On which one?
This one here in particular.
Alright, it will make a con save.
Yep.
Let's say the one encased in ice. That's just cruel.
I didn't
Fails
know
it.
case in ice.
This one is
Yeah.
because I crit it.
Oh, that one's a case in ice. I didn't know that. But yeah.
And it'll take the full 11 thunder damage.
Yep. She snaps her fingers, a heart appears, and then just drops upon it like a bomb. And then, do I have anything else I could do? You know what? I do actually have something else I can do. We're gonna hit us up with the funny mantle of inspiration. So, so check. Yeah, pretty much everyone's in range. So I can only grant this to how many people actually do this? Yeah, that way I can see it easily. Sorry, wait, no, yeah, that's it. Blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna give it to Ink. Gonna give it to Braviki. Gonna give it to basically the four of us that are here. I'm giving it to y'all. You get 5. Actually, wait, hang on. Because I'm a higher level on Bard, you guys actually get 8 temporary hit points.
Nice.
And we get to move.
Oh yeah, you get to move wherever you want to.
So I'm just
And
gonna.
you won't
Was
provoke an
Beaker included?
opportunity attack.
Oh, so is Beaker included in that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Beaker,
Okay.
Max, Braviki,
5,
and yeah,
30.
Beaker, Max, Braviki, Ink.
There we go.
Y'all get that little thing of from Mantle of Inspiration.
I go behind Lucy.
Nice.
That is all I can do.
Move up to its speed without provoking.
I
If
think
I've already
Beaker's gonna
have
be
a
fine where
turn,
he is.
Yeah, no, you can just move. You can just use your
Yeah, you
reaction
can
to
move.
move. But it is your reaction, so you know,
yeah.
up to you. Okay.
Beaker
Yeah,
will
I'll move a
move
little
right
bit.
here, so he's like exactly in the middle of all these snakes.
I actually really needed that move effect. Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm a sneak. I'm gonna be a little sneaky. Lucy just sees Bravigi prone, just
Just like phantom pain.
yeah.
Alright, so Benny's gonna go ahead and attack with her pike.
Kick its ass, Benny. Fuck it up.
14 hits. And she's gonna go ahead and put a smite on that.
Smite. That's why I want to try to build a paladin sometime because they look like they're so much fucking fun to play.
So that is 9 radiant and 16 piercing
God damn.
for another 25. Damn, everyone's rolling 25 pretty consistently. All right, does she have extra attack?
Oof.
Yeah, she does. All right, and she gets to attack again, and then her backhand.
Schmack.
20 hits, and then the backhand. 28 hits. For 16 and 7 for another
Mm.
20. Yeah, 23 points of damage. And she will hold her ground there. Alrighty, the snake's turns. So first things first, the snake that's encased is going to make its con save. And
You
fail it.
still there,
So
motherfucker.
it's still there, motherfucker. Alright, the snake over here is going to move up to its closest target, which be Lucy and Ink. So it will go up to Lucy. And it will go ahead and attempt to constrict for 15.
Lucy, you got a good AC, right?
You have a good AC, right?
Neko?
We got you armor, right?
Neko?
Neko?
Go.
Nico.
Yeah. They did say they sometimes had to tune in for a second.
Fair enough.
I'll just look at the sheet. I'll just look at the sheet myself. No, that does not hit. AC of 18.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And then the same will be done to Benny. But of course,
Yeah,
Benny's AC is ridiculous. Oh no, it almost got to Benny. But yeah, both of them, neither of them are able to truly constrict around either of their targets. So that'll be the end of their turn.
Uh-oh. Man, good thing those things missed me while I was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would have been bad.
yeah.
Oh no, Benny's AC is 20, and that wouldn't have hit anyway. All right. Okay, top of the turn order, Max.
Max.
Flunky.
Are you a
Think
fire?
he
Oh, they're
they had
muted
to
right
run.
now.
Take Lucy. She has more meat on her bones.
It did try to eat Constrictor and failed.
I know. I am aware. That's why I said it.
This thing thinks it's so smart, slithering up to you two. Meanwhile, I'm gonna stab it.
Go kill it.
The other snake must be sitting there looking at Arya and be like, why am I cold? Why am I in pain and cold?
Max didn't say that he was gonna go away, but we'll just wait.
Wait a
What's
minute.
up?
You're
We was
It's your
waiting on
turn,
you, bud.
homie.
Oh, it's my turn? I thought it was still the snake's turn.
No, it's your turn.
No, there's one's still in ice, and they don't have any multi attack.
All right. Which one is in ice?
The one below you.
Okay. Well, I'm not worried about that. I'll take 2 shots at the one next to Benny.
Go ahead.
That's 1 and 2. 1.
Roll the first one. First one is 21 damage.
Okay.
Is that what that is? Yeah, 21.
Yeah.
Yep.
21.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. That was my grandmother.
So on the one towards Benny, yep, 1 point and 1 point over, and yeah, that one's dead.
Blank.
All right, and then I'll switch to the one next to Ravigi with the second shot.
19 still hits, so roll that one.
19 damage.
Very nice.
Very nice, very good. That's the end of my turn.
Ready? Bika.
Hello, hello. Well,
Hello, hello, hello. Yep.
all right. I'm gonna just move a bit. I'm gonna move up here to aim at the snake that's harassing Lucy Bravigi and Ink. More roasted snake. Hacha! 23. 13
23
fire.
hits. Fire damage. Yep.
And
It's being
I'm gonna.
it's being cooked alive.
And now I'm gonna see if I can cut it up too. Second dagger, go! That's a 13 plus. Hold on, let me just use one of these. Built for success. Roll that 1d4. 13. Make it 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Yay. 3 damage.
Still up. Anything else?
No, that's it for Beaker.
Incubi.
Let's see. Is it looking beat up?
Yeah, it's very weak.
Cool. Sure. Fuck it. Sorceress Burst.
The fuck?
Psychic.
I didn't know you could do that.
It's one of the new sorcerer cantrips.
Alright, well, 3 hits.
9 psychic
9
damage.
Yep, it'll take that psychic damage, and it'll it'll just flop dead.
Holy shit, that worked.
Huh.
I didn't even know I could do that.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Also, Lucy, you see Ink's other eye bleeding.
Ooh, you should probably get that checked out.
What?
Your eye is bleeding.
Well, okay. Well, there we go. That wasn't so bad.
Anything else?
That's all I can do.
All right, Bravigi, there's only one left, and it's the one you just encased.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bonus action dash to get towards it.
All right.
And we go stab.
Stam.
Do I get advantage or no?
Yeah, go ahead. It can't move. It can't do anything. 18 hits.
And we're gonna do that and the sneak.
Yeah, talk about overkill as you literally break this thing into several different ice chunks.
Hey. I made it easier to transport.
Oh,
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that because as we end turn order, the ice chunks that fly out at you, you're splattered by blood on your face.
Ah,
But this blood is not good. This blood is tainted.
is it black?
This blood is black.
That's not good.
And so is the one on the burned one, right there next to Lucy and Ink.
is the reason I'm bleeding because there? Oh no, Lucy.
Yes.
I'm afraid bad shit might happen. I don't know what, but look at that. That's black blood right there.
Don't you have black blood?
He's like
There's currently
prestidigitating his face.
they're currently still bleeding a little from the other eye. Yeah, I do. That's
That
not
is concerning. Creatures here don't normally bleed black blood, if
no
at all, actually.
things related to my neck of the woods can bleed black blood. So the fact that it's here,
So are these not edible then?
no, unless
Well,
you.
what we the other two we haven't really checked yet.
Fuck it, we ball. We take out a knife and cut one of them.
Yeah, let's check the other's blood.
No, these weren't poisonous. They're constrictors.
Yeah, they're constrictors. They're not poisonous snakes. Anyway, you go ahead and you carve up the other two giant snakes, and luckily those two bleed normal red blood.
When for the infected ones, is it all black blood or is it like a black mixed with red?
It's a black mixed with red, considering the fact that there was no physical transformation as of yet appeared to be shown on either one of these two.
Either these things consume something they shouldn't have, or they were infected.
Well, I can check and see what it ate.
You want to try and get in its guts?
I mean, if it's eating something that it's not supposed to, it'd probably help to know what that thing is.
All right, roll me a survival then.
Let me roll it with normal.
Since I have intimate knowledge, can I help Ravigi out at the very least?
Do you have knowledge in trying to cut open a snake?
Well, I know how to use a knife.
That's not the same thing.
Fair enough.
Cap, since Beaker
Yeah.
was native to Flargos and he's mentioned snake jerky, could I have advantage in cutting up snake?
You know what? Yeah, I'll let you have an advantage on that. Sure.
Hooray, do I roll survival?
Yeah, survival.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take a vial of this black blood then, just in case.
How hot is it outside?
I was also looking as if
Very.
you want me to still
So
roll.
let's think about like maybe 110 degrees out.
Um, Max pulls out a little knife and cuts off a piece of one of the non fucked up snakes and sets it on a rock. I'm assuming it's going to act like a frying pan.
Oh yeah. Welcome to
You
Argos.
go ahead and cut off a piece of with meat or just skin.
With meat. I'm not just gonna eat snake skin, you animal.
No.
He's cooking this to eat. He wants to try it.
Oh,
Okay.
also I got a 13.
All right. It's been a while since. Well, I'm gonna do both of you, but since I'll do Max's real quick. You go ahead. You find a decently sized stone, and you also go ahead and cut off a good portion of snake to your liking. And knowing how hot it is, and even though you do have good shade, you wipe down a nearby stone, a pretty well sized stone, and you can feel how hot it is along its surface. So by the time that you put down the snake meat onto the rock, it does begin to sizzle. If
He's
only
got
you had some.
salt. He's got salt and pepper in his pack. He's a soldier.
If only you had oil to make the sizzling and the cooking a bit more faster.
Well, you do what you can in the field. We've eaten some weird shit out in the field. You learn how to cook with very little.
You can use the blood.
As for
No,
that's
that's
not how
weird and
that works.
gross, Ink.
Yeah, and plus, no, that's eel blood. That's not snake blood. Never mind.
I mean, if you want, Beaker has oil.
Nope.
Am I still rolling or no?
Well, either way, well, if you want to roll, you can, or if not, you can just take Baker's roll.
I'm just gonna
I'm just
roll.
I'm just trying to cook up a
With your
snake
ass.
chunk real quick while this is happening.
And
Sure.
I'm rolling.
All right, 16. All right, Beaker, it's been a while since you tried to open up anything, so you almost like very sloppily almost cut the thing open and almost wasted a little bit of meat, but then uh Bravigi comes in and he helps you out, and he manages to open up the snake, to which you find some disturbing parts in there. A couple of whole skeletons, and no, I don't mean about any other creature that lives out here. I mean more so like humanoid.
Ah,
And they were eating people.
anything that was undigestible?
Not from what you could recall. There doesn't appear to be anything right now that points out to any raised eyebrows.
Hmm.
DM,
Yeah.
like to take a vial of the snake blood, put a vial of my own blood, and compare the two.
You vial, you take a bit of the snake blood, and you go ahead and take out some of your own blood, and there is a difference. The blood from of the snake is not completely transfused, whereas yours is just completely jet black.
Right.
After about maybe 5-7 minutes on each side, Max, you have a well cooked. Were you considered the? Would you like me to describe it as like a tenderloin or a steak that you've cut?
That's the same thing at the end of the day. It's just a cut of snake meat.
All right. And with just some salt and pepper, you take a bite of it. It's pretty tough, and then by the time you start chewing on it, it's chewy, but overall, it's not a bad tasting meat.
Well, yeah, everyone knows that snake meat has to be stewed for hours to bring out the actual flavor of it.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Cap, I got something for you.
Also,
Yeah,
that's
man.
that's a real life thing. If you are cooking snake, you want to put it in a stew or something and let it simmer for a while.
I was told you had to slow cook it.
There
That
you
is
go.
slow cooking it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like in a
stewing is.
It's
like a low simmer for like a couple hours. It really brings out the tenderness. Snake's a pretty good meat if you've had it. I've had the opportunity to eat python and stuff. It's pretty good.
all right.
I've
All
had
right.
I've had rattlesnake tacos. They've been pretty good.
Y'all making me want to try this stuff.
Beaker, Ravigi.
I'm Mexican. That's kind of
Yeah, you put snakes in your drinks. You're on the whole nother level.
we don't put snakes in drinks.
That's like one specific brand of tequila that's super outdated.
And it's
Yeah,
fucking good. I'm gonna be real with you.
but like he said, that's not really something that people commonly drink nowadays. The only thing that they drink nowadays is like that's quote unquote common would be the little agave worm that rests inside agave plants when they make mezcal.
That's true.
There's a bar up in Alaska. I think it's Alaska where you can drink whiskey with this dude's toe in it.
The fuck?
Okay,
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that's
I don't.
true. That's
It's
true.
yeah,
it's called the black toe. He lost it during a frostbite accident, and now they keep it in a whiskey thing, and you have to take a shot with the toe.
Okay,
Does
I
it
don't
come
even
with
want
a
to know.
no, you know
tail?
what?
Moving
Good.
on, what
Oh,
do I find off of this what to used to be a person?
It's just I don't think worms are that weird when toes are out there.
it's fine.
Absolutely nothing except for some torn clothing. Everything
Huh,
else kind of digested already.
No identifiers or anything.
okay.
No,
Yeah.
none identifiers. The only thing you could try to identify is that there are some like
I was gonna ask if I
medium.
could identify what the person used to be species wise.
I was gonna say the only thing you could clearly tell is like there's at least maybe 3 to 4 skeletons in here. Two of which seem to be medium creatures, and then the other two being smaller creatures.
Ah,
Oh, that's dark.
Ravigi,
Yeah.
you find anything fucked up in there?
Uh, kinda.
I guess.
Cool.
It
Hmm.
ate people,
Well,
but that's
I
not really a
mean, which
surprise considering things tried to eat us when we came here.
Was there
I mean,
anything? Go ahead.
what do we really expect? It's a giant snake that also literally tried to eat me.
Yeah, but I'm looking specifically for something really out of the ordinary. So let me just they just go over to where the cut up snake and is like any they're looking for like distended limbs, distorted bones, anything dis really not at really something way out of the ordinary with them.
The only thing you see that's out of the ordinary is when you look through the open cavity of the snake is an enlarged black heart, or at least a heart that's beginning to turn black.
The snake's heart.
The snake's heart, yep.
hmm.
Okay, Bervigi, I'm gonna need you to cut that out real fast.
Okay.
I yeah, that
While they're doing that, can I go retrieve my daggers?
Make an investigation, see if you find them.
I mean, one of them is in the snake. I assume I get that one back.
Yeah, I meant for just the one.
All right. You said investigation?
Investigation, since it's lost in the sand and you rolled a critical.
Eh. Tan.
You roll a 10.
Yeah.
You're lucky. You were barely able to find it.
Hooray. I'm back up to 3. I need to get more daggers.
You just need to get you the bag of infinite daggers.
yeah, or a magic dagger that comes back to you. Those exist probably.
What do I need to roll anything to cut out the snake heart or not?
Nah, I won't let you. It is a very it's like it's bigger than you. I'm just gonna put it like that. It's like the same size as uh like a small boulder.
What
Oh,
the fuck?
she's a big one, ain't she?
Again, it's a huge creature, and for that huge creature to have an enlarged heart, that says a lot.
Mm,
So why am I
yeah,
cutting out the heart?
because that is one of the main ways it starts to mutate.
But it's
This
dead.
one was. You think? You think it cares?
So you're telling me that whatever's going on with these things can still mutate things if they're dead?
Ravigi, the black blood is capable of anything. Literally anything. I don't know what it can do. I usually don't want to find out what it can do. But all I
But you're
know is
from the place that it comes from. Shouldn't you technically know what it should do?
I will share all of this once we successfully keep anything like a black heart away from still untainted flesh. So let's move this away from the bodies. And then we're
Okay,
gonna
and
do.
yeah, you have a lot of explaining to do considering what you said
I
there.
I will explain it once we're safely. Beaker,
Hello.
dig in these things. Check if their hearts are black. If they are, cut them out.
All right.
All right. In the meantime, as you guys
Oh,
do
I
this
see.
surgical
Maybe
procedure
I'll
with
just
every
wait.
snake and collect any sort of meat that you can, I'm gonna go ahead and just feed my cats real quick.
Yes.
Alright.
Break time.
Yep. Interpersonal party time.
Okay.
Hooray. Well, it's break time. May I share with you something I tried showing earlier, but we had to focus on the fighting?
The dwarf women.
Yes.
Okay.
I hate pot roast. You have terrible taste. Pot roast is delicious.
Pot roast is incredibly mid.
You Man, you might be the first woman with bad taste I've ever met. Wow.
But no, like as soon as you start saying weird stuff about the black blood, you see Pervigi's face kind of contorting.
How dare you insult pot roast in front of me? In front of
Uh,
myself.
Back to the thing that Praviki was just talking about, if you would.
Okay. You want me to are we taking a break or
Cat,
Yeah.
Cat went to
Yeah,
feed his cat.
we can talk as a party.
Okay, sure. Listen, it's a lot to even digest. Even I don't understand parts of it. So let's
Well, you know what color my blood is, so the more you start
yeah.
saying spooky things about it, it makes me unsure about myself.
Listen, honestly, I still don't get like are you sure you're not from where I'm from?
I honestly don't know. The only person with that information is being an asshole.
Oh yeah, you asshole family. That's a common trait. But regardless, all right, let's start simple. You saw what happened when those whatchamacallit bulls,
Boulay,
bullas, whatever. You remember what happened?
they got
They got
aggressive and
rid.
went crazy.
Yeah, that's usually the start when someone consumes, is injected with, or is let's call it blessed with it, black blood.
Still not making me feel
If
better.
you Well, you have stronger will, Bravigi. A beast or something, or like these snakes, maybe for a second they're fine, but suddenly they'll snap, try and eat each other, maybe grow a few limbs. And so far, Bravigi, you're fine. Unless you have an extra limb you haven't told anyone about.
I the strangest thing about me is I suddenly grew 2 feet overnight.
Yeah,
It didn't exactly feel great the next morning either.
unless you, I mean, that's, and this is, here's the thing that's whole spanner in the wrench as it was. It can wildly vary. I mean, for all I know, these things could have been on the cusp of mutation. These things could have been regular snakes even at one point. Unless snakes in Flargos are this big. Lucy?
Not all of them, no.
Let's say we saw the Flargosian worm on our way in.
Snakes usually vary. Sometimes they're big like this, other times they're itty bitty tiny guys. Little danger noodles.
Those are venomous.
Well, these
I
were
could.
constrictors.
Well, my theory is they ate some people who had black blood, meaning the people in their stomach now. So, how did they get here is a good question.
Well, that's just this snake. We don't know if there's anything in the other tainted snake.
Yeah, waiting for the DM to get back
I
for
know.
0.
Beaker's over there with the other one.
He just jumped into the mouth and starts crawling in there.
Oh, fuck.
It's fine. It's dead. It's fine, and he's made of metal.
He's just pulling a God of War. Don't worry about Beaker.
Yeah, he's fine.
Beaker's like, yeah, I saw this cool thing called Kratos. Let me try this shit.
I think I told Benny about this, but whether or not you're born with it or blessed by it or whatever by it, think of it as a random potluck of what can happen. Some might be like you and me. We get some funky psionic abilities and have a bit of a longer time before it gets dangerous. For others, they could turn into a mass of tentacles, limbs, screaming and cackling and crying all at once with 3 mouths.
Does not sound fun.
Yeah, that's very unnerving. Also, are you saying you didn't have black blood before? Because I've always had it since
Drugs.
birth.
I've had a lot of things done to me that might have cut out a few, not parts, memories. Maybe I was always like this. I don't know. Maybe someone decided they got their kicks from infecting me with it.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that if that's the case.
The point being is, usually anything with black blood is destined to become a monster.
Usually.
Just inevitably.
Hmm.
We just gotta go silent at that.
I I guess I told Max and Benny already, but I didn't explain it to all of you. I'm
Yeah,
already.
Hmm.
They just suddenly transform into their actual look.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, Ink just transforming into their actual form.
What'd that look like?
What that look like?
It's a lanky, tall, distended creature with this wide grin and these hollow, hyper dilated eyes.
Are you a
that are
fucking
just-
analog whore?
Yeah. What you gonna do about it? As they
Mandela
just
effect head ass.
sure go. I never watched that. Anywho, point is, they just look pretty fucked up with like scars and cuts on their skin, long distended zoomer slop, not scary. Point is, they look pretty gnarly and fucked up, and then they just transform back.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I should already be a monster. I am still trying to process why I'm not yet.
Maybe you're resistant than most. After all, it's about willpower, right?
Or I've drugged myself enough.
Don't do that. That's a world of hurt.
I
Yeah, but either way, I mean, hey, we got what we came for, right? We at least got half. Well, not half. I mean, two big snakes is that's good meat, right?
I
Yeah.
hate to say this, but I kind of want to look into why possible people from my home are here.
Well,
I'm
I don't think. I'll go ahead.
I'm sure we could, but one thing at a time.
I mean, there's another snake stomach if you want to cut it open.
Sure. Zero, you still
Hello.
there? You
No.
still had to roll to cut open another snake for clues.
Ah. All right.
Need help,
Survival,
help.
correct?
God of War it, man.
Just crawl in there and pull whatever's in the stomach out.
17.
You roll a 17, and you're able to pull out from several of the stomachs a couple of small um quadrupedal creatures. Well, small to the snake. They would be considered large for a lot of you.
Are they beasties or anything different?
They're beasties.
Just
There is one rare skeleton you do find. It appears to be split into two, but by the time that Bigger brings it out, it is clear they belong together, which is the skeleton of a half horse, half man.
Ooh, a
Oh,
centaur.
that looks like a mutant.
No, that's a race that actually lives out here.
So
Half.
we can.
So, hold on. Th- this thing with
Yes,
the
yes,
horse legs
incubi. There is such thing as a creature that is half human, half horse. It's called a centaur.
and it's not like, huh?
I'm
I
a
keep
half horse, half man. She
bad.
couldn't understand. Sorry.
It is not a mutation, but depending on where we are in the world, centaurs could be a rarity, such as in Frostnir. There's
All right.
not really
This
any
point.
centaurs in Frostnir.
I
All
think
right.
there's plenty in nature, yeah. At least last I heard.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
So I'm
But
assuming this must have been some sort of traveling party, or the snake that I had ate a family, potentially.
or some cultist could
Well,
be.
there's two larger figures and two smaller figures.
Either or, we understand that anything out here is fair game,
Yeah.
even to the animals.
Is there any art scraps of clothing or anything?
No, that's mostly digested.
Uh, I
The
guess
fatty
we.
acids of a larger creature work wonders on everything, including clothing, in comparison to a normal one.
I guess we can. I guess for my own sake of paranoia, I could ask around town about anyone else who's passed by. This is.
Well,
Let's.
So
let's just
human
go ahead and
surplus.
gather. Let's just go ahead and gather however much meat we can in order to provide for the tavern.
Mm. What should we
To
do with
be,
the tainted hides of these animals, though? Because if
burn
Well,
eating
I mean,
them,
we have this is kind of out of our jurisdiction, is it not? I mean, we got no allies here, and we have no way to transport these creatures.
well, I'm
we
just
could
saying we
Leave
burn
it.
could
them.
burn them.
Yeah, I'd rather not leave it for anything else to eat.
What were you gonna say, Max?
No.
Yeah. The point is if something eats it, it starts mutating, and considering what we've seen already around here, we don't want anything big doing that.
Yeah. Imagine if that worm got infected.
I'd rather not.
Yeah,
Why do
let's.
you hate pot roast? What's so bad about pot roast?
How the fuck? We discussed that like a couple minutes ago.
I just came back, bro. I wasn't looking at the OOC.
Yeah, he's a hater to pot roast.
Anyway,
She and pot roast is mid.
She is a hater. Shut the fuck up, pot roast hater.
Anyway, so what do we gotta do? Burn them? Who here has like fire magic?
Hmm. She shrugs. I don't have any fire magic on.
Have I some?
No, I don't.
I use. What is it? Hold on. Actually, I do now.
Oh, I have green flame blood.
I can use Sorcerer's Burst because I can choose the damage type. They just summon a.
I
They
can't cast
summon this
Fireball, but I can
monochrome
cast
flame and
Molotov.
just shoot it
Now
to
watch
see
this
if it lights
drive.
it on fire.
Sorry, I
Oh,
was giggling
shit.
at chat. Can't cast Fireball, but I can cast Molotov. Now watch this drive. Weapon.
You know, we have tinder boxes too.
I only have a small.
yeah.
I only have a small match.
Remember
Yeah.
to reserve your spell slots. You do have starting equipment,
Magic is for nerds. We can do all of that with technology.
and
I
that's
said
why we came here first because technology is preferred.
okay. I have that's a cantrip. I can just cast as many times as I want.
Okay, and I can use a tinderbox as many times as I want. And I don't have to go ooh wave my fingers around like a nerd.
You'll run
Until
out
you
of
run
flint
out of
eventually.
tinder. Point is, we just burn. Can we just burn the infected bodies?
Yeah.
Yes, you burn the infected bodies, and they begin to release a very awful smell when inhaled. As you guys are just there watching them burn, at least the two bodies that you, well, actually no, all of them that ignite. The smoke is very intoxicating.
Ugh.
This is. They just look at the spell, their hand as they cast the
Can
spell.
I get some con saves, please?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Try to do the right thing and then it bites us in the ass.
It's fine.
Fuck.
All right, Arya rolls at 18. Benny.
That was almost a 15. Then it's like, nah, you get a 5. So 8.
Oh no, she's rolling at advantage. 13. Max rolled a 14. Ink rolled 11. All right, still waiting on Beaker.
Come on. Where is it? Constitution save.
I do agree with that picture, Flunky.
13. All right, the con save was a 14. So Ink, Beaker, and Brevigi.
Huh?
You begin to hallucinate. You begin to see things that aren't there.
Oh, we're hallucinating? Oh no.
Hold on, hold on. Before that, do black-blooded individuals get anything if it has something to do with that?
Well, not really. I mean, you've never really been around. Well, you never had this tested around you.
All right, cool.
Oh, this wasn't a wisdom or charisma saving throw. Never mind. If it was one of those, I would have had advantage because of a racial thing.
It's
But yeah, you guys
Yeah.
begin to hallucinate, and you begin to like feel like your hearts are, well, at least in Beaker's case, his brain are beginning to beat out of your bodies. Like your blood pulse is rising, and so is your heartbeat slash brain activity.
Oh well, that doesn't feel good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be stepping away from wherever the fuck is causing all this.
Oh fuck.
Well, no, everyone else except for those three succeeded.
No,
You're
I
you're
know.
fine.
As one of the as one of the affected individuals, I'm trying to get away from the gas.
Oh no, I was explaining to Neko.
Oh,
Oh wait, so my bad. What was
Yeah,
it? These
to,
two?
to save was 14.
Oh, baller.
Is it like
Poor
Yeah,
guy.
you're fine.
is it like the hallucinations I'm used to? Like, eyes, tentacles, the infinite void of some shit or the other?
Well, for you it is, but that's only because that is your fear with your connection to the heart of the world and the darkness itself. Whereas for um, Brevigi and Beaker, uh, Brevigi, you see multiple key events that happen in your life. The death of your mother, the neglect of your siblings, and the abuse from your father, to the point where multiple clones of your father appear before you, just telling you like you're a failure, disgraceful to the family name.
I'm just gonna start punching them.
Okay.
You start punching them, they just poof. But then when one poofs, another one will take place from the last. As for you, Beaker, you see the comrades that you were able to remember: Queenie, Torpedo, and the fuck up, and Gums, as well as the other two that you haven't been able to remember in Cloaked in Shadow. You see Gums and Torpedo locked away, and you see as if time has been sped up to the point where they slowly begin to age, and then turn into nothing but dust. And then with Queenie, you also see her put put to death, almost like an event being played out in front of you. Whereas the other two, cloaked in shadow, just disappear from your sight. And then from behind all that, you see what appears to be the form of a giant dragon. And in front of that dragon is another goblin, one of which you also find familiar, at least in terms of her appearance, but not so much as her name or anything of the sort.
I assume Beaker's brain is crackling with this information,
Yep,
trying,
your
trying to
your boy is
remember.
sparking, and he's not sparking good.
It's all purple lightning. This is very not good.
So we're just all tweaking.
Well,
Pretty much.
you, Brevigi, and Beaker are tweaking. The others have passed their con saves.
Why does this desert hate Beaker?
Because machines
I
and
was about to say,
spell.
due to my wild flailing and punching, do I punch ink? Because they're the only person next to me. I'm trying to get this fucker out of my head.
Does he punch me? Hold on, what?
It wouldn't be on purpose.
Ravigi's hallucinating his abusive father and is trying to kick his hallucinatory ass.
I mean, that's up to you, dog. Do you punch me on accident?
I was gonna let the DM decide that.
I would say that since he's technically close by, you would accidentally punch Ink.
Cool. All right. While I'm tweaking, I flip out in arms of Adarim.
All right, and then that's when Arya and then Benny are gonna step in to try and de-escalate the situation.
Yeah, oh my god.
I just imagine at this point both Braviki and Beaker are Family Guy fall on the floor.
I mean,
Nah.
damn. I mean, all the way over here.
I'm
I'm
just
gonna
screaming at
shake
nothing.
Beaker and see if he's okay.
I assume I have enough electricity sparking that Lucy's hair starts to poof up, to frizz out.
Eh,
All right, so as your allies are trying to help you guys out, make me another con save with advantage.
All right.
Thank God for advantage.
Huh. And I have the highest con too.
you know what? Screw it. I have Bardic. Take a Bardic.
All right, so Bravigi is fine. I will allow to Ink and Beaker to roll those bardic dice.
Yes. You take the D8.
Eight?
You just
All right.
Yes, take the D8.
you
That is
just
all my
repeated.
Bardics, by the way. That is it.
You-
No more Bardics.
17. Have I failed by one?
No, I told you it's 14. You're fine.
And ink
Fine.
is all good.
Just Lucy slapping the shit out of Ink.
No, Lucy's too far away from you, bro. She's just gonna
Yeah.
like.
No, but it would have been funnier.
Lucy's
She's.
slapping the shit out of Beaker.
I am slapping the shit out of Beaker. You're like, hey, wake up, hey! And like
Clap
her
button.
her magic just kind of over to ink.
And I
Are,
imagine that as she does so, she gets shocked by static electricity.
Like, ow!
Just-
all right, so I'm just gonna summarize this. You return back to your normal senses. However, the effects of inhaling that black smoke will have lasting consequences.
Haven't gotten that high in years. Holy shit.
Yeah, that didn't seem like a good high, and also I don't think you should be getting like that when we're out here on a job.
I'm fine. Woo!
Let's just get the fuck out of here.
How are we gonna carry this back?
I mean,
Ropes.
we have bags. We have the resources to just carry the meat.
How much do we need? Ugh. Oh.
Enough. Let's just go.
A lot. Start packing your bag.
I got rope.
I guess we take the non-tainted flesh.
Yes. Yes, we do. Let us head back.
How long would it take to get back to town?
Well, we
20
were
to 30
initially
minutes.
out, 20, 30 minutes, so.
Be sure to drink water, guys. As Lucy says, she like is holding her bag, walking along.
Lucy, you gotta carry this too.
Carry what?
Hand her a bag of meat.
I am. She is holding a bag of meat.
They're trying to trick you into holding two bags.
No. Carry your own weight. Is what she
Ink, let's
says
just go.
as she walks off.
Damn.
Reedy's just kind of like looking at the floor and or looking at the desert floor and just keeps on walking. He's not really being talkative right now.
Hey, Brivigi,
What?
you can just ignore most of what Ink says. That's what I do.
It's not what they said. It's what the thing affected me with. Although, yes, I don't like hearing that it makes you mad and angry, and then that makes me mad and angry.
It doesn't. That's just them. You'll be fine.
I hope so.
Luckily
Even
for the lot
putting
of
this
you,
on
it's
now.
not. There's no issues when it comes to returning to the bowling aisle, and you at least survive and make it back there in one piece.
Alright, enough spooky, scary desert music. Back to Gerudo Valley music.
Oh, I can't use
And
the music because
Can you do
things
the
are
night?
old.
Can you do the night theme for Gerudo?
yeah,
Oh, I
I've got
don't know.
my.
Is it night?
Is it night?
Hold on. What was it, Max?
Oh, I was getting back to the tavern.
Ah,
That's
okay.
it. I was just trying to move the story along.
My mic's getting a
All
little
right, so the lot of you go ahead and return, and Max takes the lot of you back into the tavern. It's a lot more quiet now, considering that it's later on in the day, and most of the patrons have either gone home or have gone to finish up any sort of tasks that are needed to be done around the town.
Yeah. We're dumping the several bags of snake meat on the counter, as well as um, the bag of fruit that Max gathered.
I will also dish out a couple coconuts.
The
Hope this
half
helps
orc
ya.
bark, the half orc barkeep looks pleased with your guys's with what you've retrieved. Well, this is definitely gonna last us by the time the caravan gets here. And some fresh fruit for some good juices that I can make.
And your end of the bargain?
Of course, I was getting to that. And he goes ahead and clears his throat. At the same time, he takes a couple of the fruits and begins making a special drink. Alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Alcoholic. All the way around,
Shoot, I
if you
wouldn't
don't
mind.
mind.
Shoot, I wouldn't mind a kitchen sink if you had it still.
A what?
You know, right. Time sure has flown, huh? Um, you know, put everything into one drink.
She's been away from home for a while.
All right then. So, I know not much, because honestly, like I said, I would like reform in Flagos, but I dare not try to tread into the war that whatever this rebellion is trying to incite. But what I've had heard is that the army is beginning to move up north towards the capital. Of course, going through the desert by themselves with whatever little bit that they call a caravan is difficult. They're losing more members than they could gain any. Last I've heard is that they're heading towards the city of Soot.
What do you know about their leaders? We've heard some.
Correct me. Titania is a kobold, right? Or
Theo is.
Theo is, and then Titania
Well,
is what?
she's not a kobold. She's just a very small dragonborn, and Titonia is a very large dragonborn.
Got you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Okay, so they're both Dragonborn. Okay. How
Uh,
short is?
Theo's like 3'4". She's a Sapphire Dragonborn, and Titonia is 6 something, and she's a Brass Dragonborn.
Got you. And if I remember correctly from way back when, you said Fio started off was it a slave or no?
No, because might makes right. She was just always on the bottom end of society. She was a thief,
Ah, got you. Okay. And then
and
what was Titonia?
Titania was I believe she fought in the pits
she
or in
fought
the
in the pit,
arenas.
but also like a desert barbarian queen, self-appointed.
Got you.
So
Okay. I think I know how to introduce the fact. Okay. Well, from the leaders, what I've gathered are two Dragonborn. One who, from what I've gathered from just word of mouth, looks more like kobold than an actual Dragonborn, being the same size as one. But she is that of a sapphire, and the tallest one, a copper,
Brass.
known or brass. Sorry. The sapphire Dragonborn is named Theo. Uh, Unfortunately, she was a small-time thief going around Flargos, while the brass Dragonborn, known as Titonia, was a competitor of the. Let me look back at this name.
That is just called the arena.
No, I wasn't talking about the place where she fought.
Oh.
She was a gladiator that fought in the scorching rings, that yearly trial that warriors all across the continent come for the capital in order to join Iris's inner court.
Lady gladiators are called gladiatrixes, by the way.
Gladiatrixes. Well, it's all gladiators, not just gladii. Anyway, besides the point. She was close into joining her ranks, but she lost in the finals. And of course, there is no such thing as mercy within the tournament. All contestants, whether they win or lose until the end, uh, eventually die. Only select handful are chosen every year to be part of the court. And she managed to escape with her life. And now the two of them strive to try and better Flargos. And they've already amassed a strong following. And I've heard that they're partners, the two of them.
Oh, how sweet!
that cannot. That doesn't mean. Never mind.
You're not really one to speak on the subject.
But
And
where
smug
do we?
ass Dragonborn. Quit staring at me with that smug face.
You fucking smug.
Mm. Shoot the fucking fire crystal dog. Ah!
Honey, she didn't. She's eaten no fire crystals as of yet.
No,
We're gonna.
obviously not as a yet, but still there.
Anywho, Ink just asked, so we find these leaders.
You either find the leaders or you just happen to come across any of the members. There's no distinction of the members. They're trying to lay low for now.
You said north. Do you have any idea of an approximate location, a map or something?
I just said that they're heading for the capital, but they're going to be pretty far out from there for a while.
They're approaching the
Largos is
town of Soot. Yeah. All right. So if we come up south, that's at least an idea. Thank you.
Um,
This is
since
how
we're
it's
on
spelled.
just
Ah,
just on the topic, barkeep. Has anyone else new passed by here recently?
As far as I gathered, the only few that were here were a centaur aristocrat, and during my times away from the bowling aisle, I have come across a couple of goblin tribes and other outside travelers, but other than that, no one of distinction except for that centaur.
Any mention on where they might be going or where they're from?
In Flargos, if you're out in the desert, you don't really have time to. Yeah, you don't really have time for conversation unless you and the person you're having the conversation with are traveling in the same direction. You stand still in the desert, you're more prone to die.
I meant like,
true.
I mean, fair enough, but they didn't mention anything like at this bar.
As far as as far as I'm concerned, the centaur, at the very least, was a very prominent figure in Naturia, last I heard. But that's as much as I'm able to recollect.
That's not good.
Yay.
Hmm. By the way, is my drink? Did they give us a drink?
Yeah, he pours everybody's their drinks, and everybody gets a good sized. It's like a custom colada, but instead of pineapple being in it, there's coconut and mango instead with the
Good.
homemade whiskey.
Did I get the kitchen sink?
Sure, he'll just toast some snake meat in there and just fucking throw it in there too.
Baller. She's gonna down the whole thing.
Yeah, I was about to say Bervigi's also drinking a little quicker than he normally does.
I am going to specifically roll a con save to see if you have to deal with drunk. Oh boy.
Sure. I'll take a swig of it. I feel
So yeah, Lucy, from the combined effects of both homemade whiskey that has been aged very well as fucking snake,
As I
not
said,
just any snake.
this is the kitchen sink. Everything is in there.
Yep.
So, so she like
Down the hatch.
and then just kind of like I actually got some juice on me.
you got the juice.
I slammed down like my cup to emphasize like her hitting the the table with her cup, and I got juice on me.
Damn, dog.
But you just hear her go, "What?"
Disappear.
This is what this is what I live for. Woo!
I got a 20. I got a 21 DM.
Well, Lucy asked for multiple different types of alcohol and liquor in one drink, which is why she decided to roll. You're fine. You just only got the one type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want
Plus,
to
it's a
try out. I want to try out the kitchen sink.
Oh God.
you're fine then. 21 is good. You're fine.
I'm
Definitely got one over that DC. I'm telling you that.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Well,
Lucy is drunk. She's very drunk now.
Mm-hmm.
point lightweight.
She you she is spinning around. You definitely. I'll still say that it's the kitchen sink. You definitely feel something. If not drunkenness, probably the need to throw up. That kind of tastes gross, dude.
Points again, lightweight.
She's spinning around in the chair that is not meant for spinning.
Just so, I don't think they have spinning stools. What the fuck
Yeah,
are you
exactly.
spinning on?
Exactly. That's what I said. She's spitting on something that's not supposed to be spun on.
Lucy, don't break the chair.
Ari's just gonna smack her off the chair.
Oh, there we go.
Just onto the
Oh,
floor.
down I go.
She's like having a ball. She's just laughing like.
She is
I miss this so much.
just standing above her. The Seymour Skinner, pathetic. Come
Hey,
on, Lucy.
don't look at me like that. You couldn't even handle trying to take on all the liquor I take on. Okay?
I'm simply built different. Now let's get up. You're making a scene. They just.
All right.
There.
She says that she's like getting up.
They can all standing line.
I hope you enjoy your drinks. Did I answer your question, sir? Was my information more than just for the trade that you've given me? Flonky.
Okay.
What is Dreadmore?
What's up?
He's asking you if the trade was fair, that his information matches the amount of what you gave him.
You give me another bottle of brand and we'll call it even.
He'll just nod and just willingly give you the bottle.
Nice.
We should
All right,
ask if
then.
there's any way of transport towards the north or the town.
The only way for transport, at least to get between all the major cities within Flargos, are between the caravan as well as just a separate sand sailor. That's it. Not many animals out here are able to maneuver through the desert.
Mm.
Well, we still got Lucy's Sand Sailor, so I guess there's that.
I don't.
What did you do with the sand sailor?
Right. I felt really, really bad about not being there for my great granddaughter. So like, I gave her stuff, you know.
You gave her
The only.
your ageless, indestructible Sand Sailor.
We're stranded.
I told her that she needed to make a name for herself so that she could go out and see the world like I did when I first went on the journey.
We can acquire other means of transportation.
Let's just wait till the caravan. Maybe that's the safest way.
Well,
There's-
like I said, you could either wait for the caravan to get around to maybe even get you to one location to the other, but it's gonna be very hard considering that the way of the caravan, they don't take requests for destinations. They have a strict schedule they must uphold to. Not only that, the only type of animal that will get you around will probably be a camel.
Caramel.
Does anybody else have a spare sand sailor?
Hmm.
Well, there are sand sailor shops, or at least there's 2 or 3 now that we're a much more advanced town.
Good
Somewhat.
night, Flunky.
And I bet they're not cheap.
There is more to the sand sailors now than there were way back when. More better material used now instead of just plain wood.
Hmm.
We have money. Let's take care of that tomorrow. This one, they just hike up Lucy, is now in no state to do much of anything.
The fuck I am! You fucking nincompoop.
The more and more time is going on right now, the more and more I want to punch something.
Hold
Okay,
on!
well,
Punch something! You're in freaking fucking Flargos! Punch something! Hey, punch me! I can take it! I deserve it! Come on!
yeah, sure. It's about time that you just rest for now. Anyway, Arya just punches her.
I was about to say, me and Arya just fucking punch her on both sides of the head.
Arya, can you?
I willingly failed to get like spun around in a funny like spinning animation before, just kind of stumbling a little bit. Like,
Come on! Is that the best you got? I'm taking more hits from Pablo than you.
Okay, you're no.
Okay, if that's the case, was that even love? If you just bait the shit out of each other?
It's fucking Lagos!
It's
We
Flargos.
had,
Same
we had
people,
to fight
vicious
all
on
the
same
time
side.
before we got together.
I just used
Yeah,
my.
I
Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I don't understand this continent's customs at all.
I don't understand your rich people attitude.
I'm not rich.
Yeah, but you come from a rich place. Freaking rich people and your stupid rich parameters.
You have no.
Lucy,
Hold on.
Lucy, I've said this to you before. I'm not rich. I was nearly a slave. I come from a tribe.
So what? It don't matter your fancy clothes, and your stupid big boobs, and your crazy skin.
Okay. You know
I'm
what?
fight
I
you.
use my tentacles to just wrap Lucy up. You silence. Or I'm gonna call you Luciana again.
You call me that and now I'll cast a spell on you.
I
You
don't get
can
why
do
you're calling her that.
because it's to keep her from doing.
I'll kill you if you call me that. I'll do it. I swear.
Arya, help me get her. Do you have rooms here?
Lucy, you see just Bravigi smirking at the fact that you don't like being called that.
Barkeep, is there like an inn somewhere? Are you an inn or just a place?
are you an in?
Are you an inn?
Your place
This is
is
just a bar.
All right. Is there any inns in town?
Lucy, even though you're drunk, you will remember that your granddaughter did offer you and everybody to stay at the house.
Oh, wait. Now there's a place we could go. I'm leading the way.
And he's gonna
You're
start.
you're attached to me, dog. I just said I wrapped you.
She's
Well,
stronger
she's
than
gonna-
you. She'll drag your ass.
You drag. I'm just kidding. All
You,
right.
you are just getting dragged. Your twink body is getting dragged away.
I am not a twink. I'm
Your
a
body
woman
shape says
today.
otherwise, dog.
I'm a woman today. Maybe I might be different tomorrow. Who cares? Arya.
Follow the drunkard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and make sure she's all right.
But the barkeep recognized Lucy at this point, by the way. Just wanted to ask that. Like, would any of them in that bar recognize her whatsoever?
Saying your status,
Honestly,
you might get impersonators. So
yeah, I would say honestly no, because as far as anyone knows, since you do have descendants, or at least you have a descendant right now, all throughout their lifetime, they've had impersonators trying to use the family name for their own benefit.
Man, someone who looks exactly like the statue who It's considered an impersonator.
Mm,
You're just
Just a
really
god.
good at cosplay.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
there's
hey,
Agatha.
I did say that fucking whatchamacallit. I did say since you've been gone, there wasn't really that much that your family got out of you becoming a god. They had more hardship than anything.
Hmm. Well,
No.
Lucy's gonna wander over close to her granddaughter's house, kind of stop midway as she like stares up at Pololo's statue, and like tears well up in her eyes, and she like kind of hugs the leg of it, like, Pablo, I'm so sorry that I'm here with you right now. I didn't mean to leave
Pulling
you.
pull her off the
Just,
statue.
just
Ar-
take.
Pablo!
I
Arya's
tried.
Pull her off.
I
Arya's
tried.
gonna wrap
Oh,
Arya's gonna
Arya.
wrap her tail around her neck.
I still just trying to.
This is so
We got Arya.
feeling.
Come on. You said you had a place.
I did. I did.
So
You can talk to Pablo later.
you are being a
You have the
drama queen.
ability to hear across a large expanse of things whenever you are what you were. I'm pretty sure he'll hear you.
Well, remember that's kind of iffy now since she's immortal.
I
She
start
has more
tugging.
sway than I do, unless I start calling him his name repeatedly, and he'll probably just strike me with lightning.
DM. I start tentacle tugging her back to her ancestor's place.
Descendant, not she is the ancestor.
I am the ancestor. We're going to my granddaughter.
All right, we're taking her to the place. I at least remember I was there, so I at least know where it is.
And she she go there, leading the party there, and then just kind of like
Just keeps knocking, crying.
she's a bit of an emotional mess right now.
We can tell.
All right, so we're not gonna actually get into the building since there's been enough that we covered without Flunky. So we're just gonna go ahead and end session here so we could catch up for next week.
Yeah.
We can finally.
But yeah, good job everybody. We went ahead and you went ahead and fulfilled that favor, and you got your next plan of action now.
This is also the first time that you've ever seen Lucy drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Truly drunk.
Hopefully, we get time for more talking.
Also, she does not outright say it, but she definitely she doesn't outright say it because she's too caught up in her feelings about Pablo right now. But she definitely is kind of gripping Arya's tail.
All right.
Like rough.
Yeah, I mean your tail is around her neck, so
she's just resisting. Probably is what she's doing.
No, not necessarily.
I guess I'm just the ball and chain.
All right, Arya will slowly start to unravel.
Yeah, I was wanting to ask Ink, like your whole like mental thing. Do you get surface level shit, or no?
That's only if I'm using detect thoughts. If you're like, what did you?
Oh, because I answered you in the OOC.
I must. I didn't see it. Hold on. Okay. All right. Good to know.
He's still pissed off.
It's fine. It's a little bit of trauma. Just a tiny bit.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go for the night. I need to lay down. I've been sitting in an awkward position for this entire time, and my back is killing me.
Yeah, bro, go get some sleep. Go get proper
before
rest
you
in your
go?
nice match.
Do you have anybody that you want me to raid?
All right. Good night.
I don't
Not
got
at the
anybody.
moment.
I got you.
Ooh. Oh wait, hang on, I didn't properly
Dealer's
read.
choice then.
Oh, and dang. Well, I hope you guys have fun.
I shall.
And I miss.
I'm currently going to go deafen real quick. If you really, really need me, just ping me on the OC. Alrighty, so we're gonna go see who we're going to drop in on tonight. Let us see what some people are up to. I am also taking suggestions. But let's see if there's anybody that I haven't seen in a good while. There is. How would you guys feel if we went towards Flu? So I'm feeling like going towards Fluoride Sting. Haven't seen them in a good while, but they're a good person. Alright, we're going. Thank you all who came to watch. You're awesome. Stay awesome. And as always, until we meet again next time, bye bye!